bestie. Do you mind if I sit next to you? It's gotten so cold so quickly. I love the moon. You know, when I was younger, I would be in bed, and my great-grandmother would get up and wander outside. I myself would get up and look for her, wandering up and down the halls. And one night, I came outside, came to the front door, and I peeked through the crack where the moon was just beaming through. And she would turn back and look at me and ask me what I'm doing up. She would say, "What are you doing up? Go back to bed." And I obviously didn't want to. I wanted to hang outside with her. My grandparents' front porch had like this brick wall, and I would climb and sit atop of it. This particular night, though, she sat on her chair with her legs crossed, and she would stare out distantly, and she would sigh. Thinking back at it now, I could tell she was always pondering. But at the time, my great-grandmother just loved being on the porch, enjoying the weather. God, I miss her. But that night, she looked over at me unprompted and said, "Rynn, stay in school. Set yourself up so that you don't have to depend on anyone. Never let anyone put their hands on you out of anger." And I guess the usual grandparents thing. The usual don't do drugs and stay out of trouble. And I would question her. "Grandma, why did you say that?" My grandmother never said things like that before to me, or anything along those lines. And I guess something in me just knew it all came from a somber place. And that she was upset, but she never showed it. She never answered me. I would go on to ask her 2 other questions. Then she wouldn't respond. I gave up asking, and we both sat there quietly, staring at the moon, soaking up all its moonlight. The next time she spoke to me, she said, I hope that we could always enjoy the moon together, and that you never feel lonely. Oddly enough, though she's gone, I don't feel lonely under the moon. But I always feel a little sad. I've always wondered, growing up, if one day someone else would join me under the moon. Not speaking, enjoying each other's company, sitting in silence and feeling loved and cared about. I don't know. I guess one day. Yeah. I think we sat outside for about, I don't know actually. The moon was so bright that night though. It was a full moon. You could see the craters. And it was so close. It all felt like a moment. But the reality is we were there for possibly hours. I don't know. I guess that's why I've become such a lover of the stars and the moon. I appreciate the memories it's given me, the times it's taken my anxiety away, the moments where it lets me slip off and be somewhere else. It lets me remember a moment in time that I will cherish forever. And it gives me something to look forward to with you. Sorry for going off on a tangent like that. Sometimes I go off in a daze, and I'd wonder if you'd understand. Share a thought or feeling. I know earlier you said you were not feeling too well, and that you didn't have a good day. Yet, you kept smiling, even though you were sad. And it just brought me back to that memory about that night. And you know, I often think about how life loves throwing a monkey wrench at you, and it hurts really bad to be hit with a monkey wrench, especially one that's being thrown at you. Some people pick up wrenches and throw them back into the wind, hoping that it will never return back to them. Personally, when one has been thrown at me in my day, I don't know. It actually depends on the day. But I'd pick it up and I'd use it to fix something that it broke. Or I pick it up and throw it in hopes it keeps going in the wind. I don't know. They come back like boomerangs, so always use caution when handling. I don't know if I'm helping or not, but sometimes I have to look at things like that to keep my sanity. Anyways, even if you need a moment now to just, just not think about anything. Let it go. Put down those bags of problems that you can't carry anymore. Set them off to the side and let it not be in your hands anymore for a moment. Obviously, tomorrow is scary. Tomorrow can lead to more wrenches and more butt heads and a weight of issues nobody wants to deal with. But I've come to learn that once you shower, you brush your teeth and you dry off. Once you fall upon your bed, it's supposed to be your safe space. It's supposed to be your moment of emotions, feelings, of reflect, and ultimately of rest. Of course you can hold my hand. Sometimes, when I'm laying here and I feel what I feel, awful, sad, and depressed, I may lay here even longer, hoping that eventually I'll feel better, hoping that I might restore something that was taken from me. And sometimes there's a voice that's like, get up. Despite all the things I can't control. Despite all the things that stress me out. All the people I want to punt. I get up and I fight to feel better. I get up and I fight to have moments like this with you. I get up and I fight to create memories under a moon like tonight. And I get up and I fight for myself. I hear a lot of people say, get up and fight for you. Do it for yourself. I'm still learning who I am, what I entail. If that makes any sense. Like, for example, my body doesn't really like grass. With me being a lover of the forest and the woods, though I have a new fear of it, I break out in hives sometimes. I guess that's where the difference lies of fighting the mind and body come into play. I guess when you get up, sometimes you have to fight in the flesh. Sometimes fight in the flesh, albeit the heaviness in your back and chest. Sometimes you get up and fight against the negative thoughts of your mind. You have to get up for your mind. Sometimes you have to talk to that little gremlin of evil in the back of your mind. You say, no, I'm not there anymore. My past is no longer my future. And though I have to carry the burdens of my past that hurt me, that weight going forward would be the new thing I can use to battle those monkey wrenches. Upgrade my chaos control card. And sometimes we have to rearrange our hand, since the cards we've been dealt can be hurtful and do -30 damage. Rearrange our hands so that our weakest cards are our new ace of spades. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I mean, I'm not a professional, but sometimes you need a moment to breathe and lie down, and I understand. You can give yourself that. Sometimes you need a moment alone. A moment to cry. But it's always important to know when you need to get up. And know when it's time to surround yourself with love. Don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? No, not everyone is helpful. And they may do more harm than good. I love you. I just don't want to see you hurt or sad. And I'm not gonna stop you from expressing your feelings. Just don't suffer alone, okay? I'm gonna be here for you. You could always cry now, on my chest, on my shoulder, or if you need me to hold you. And we can laugh and joke later. You don't have to be guarded with me. Even if you're feeling a mix of emotions, I'm here to listen. If you want to cry and laugh at the same time, I'm not here to judge you. I want you to know that I understand. And I don't want you to do anything alone. You've helped me so much. And I'm here to help you as well.